Morning walking fans, day 8 of our Cornish adventure. At Park Head, we're just about to climb it, having started at Porthcothan where we finished yesterday, so it's a lovely, quite mild Tuesday. This is a day for the Bennets really. We're entering later today the absolute heartland of Bennett childhood, such Simon and me, holidays at the ancestral holiday resort of Newquay. Uncle John, Auntie Anne, Clarky, Sally, before John, some lanky bloke called Morris, and his wife, who was also an M, and I think it could have been Mo for Maureen. I've been through Muriel, Meg, Millie, Mary, but tall Morris, quite a dashing figure, very tall man, and belly boarding and Tolkien, a treat at Lusty Glaze, a childhood treat that is, not an adult treat, the Elliot Hotel. So all of that is being sort of visited today. So a big nostalgia fest for the Bennets, and I hope to show you some good pictures at some point. So lovely walking again, much easier than what we were doing last week, which was full on and severe at times. This is relatively easy stuff. Coming up, not too far distant future, we have the magnificence of Bedruthan Steps, which I've never properly seen really, and Watergate Bay, so all rather lovely. Feast your eyes, walking fans, feast your eyes. North end of Bedruthan Steps. Textbook view here of the stacks that form Bedruthan Steps. So, on our way to Newquay. What a fantastic sea it is this morning. Bluey, greeny, turquoise, every colour you like. Churning away relentlessly down below. Definitely an SWCP highlight. Huge breakers crashing against the cliffs in the middle distance. Bloody marvellous. The views back from Pendarvis Point, back looking northwards at the Bedruthan Steps, were truly stunning. But on we ploughed southwards and got to the big bay called Morgan Porth and Trenance, the village there. The drop down into this bay was fantastic. Lots of construction work going on, lots of expensive houses being built. But the beach itself was truly, truly marvellous. It's just another incredible Cornish beach. Porth Morgan. Absolutely outstanding. SWCP is coming up. Trump's big time. What a part of England. Love it. Well, I've just seen 4 big military props take off out of Newquay Airport, which we're passing away to the left. Can't actually see the airfield itself, but it's an international airport, would you believe? Not only domestic, but also I think some European flights. But what we've just seen take off, and a succession of them, quite a rapid succession, military Hercules. Well, I counted those Hercules out and I counted them back in again as we worked our way down to Watergate and its expensive public loos, up and over the cliffs, enjoyed some nice burial mounds on the cliff top just to the north of Newquay, and descended down to the beach for lunch at Porth, which we ill-advisedly decided to take near to a public convenience, which was emptied rather noisily during our lunch break by a local waste management service. Well, we left the first of Newquay's beaches behind, that's Porth, moved on to the treats of my childhood holidays, Lusty Glaze, Tolkien, Great Western and Towan beaches. This is Lusty Glaze. There's a sign ahead of me that says to the beach. So down below me is the Bennett family and associated hangers-on coffee place. I remember walking around that sort of headland from Tolkien Beach round into this bay and having coffee, etc., playing down on Lusty Glaze. I'm right above Tolkien Beach. I'm going to take a walk down one of the routes down to the beach and come back up on the steps. Andy's going to sit at the top and just watch me. This literally was a trip down memory lane. The gorse-flanked shrubby sort of hedges shelter you a bit from the ever-present and keen breeze, and as you descend closer to the beach you come to what is now sadly a car park, but in the heyday this was where we trampolined. Simon in particular, who spent hours and hours in this particular spot. Further on down we get to the Beach Hut Empire, and when we visited here in the year 2000 with the three then kids, the three grandchildren, Ben, Lily and Will, they discovered the marvellous trampolines which are now, or were then, on the beach. Sadly, even those have gone. People call this progress. How wrong they are. Below me are the legendary beach huts. Sadly, they look as though they've been snazzed up. Well, they have been snazzed up. But we're going to have a look anyway. They've got eaves. Very grand. You used to be able to sunbathe on the roofs of the ones on top. Below, rather. So I think it's that one there. So this is all now a private kind of malarkey. Quite interesting up here because this looks like, to me, this is the sort of that's the style of beach hut we had. Christ, they look rickety pieces of shit, don't they now? They've not been looked after at all. They're all been taken off the below terraces. I doubt if these are used. Rickety they were, but what great times we had there. Dad and Mum first brought us here back in the 60s. Here's an early photograph with myself, cousin Sally, Mum with her back to us, Uncle John with his city gear on, long trousers and a shirt, and Simon. Lovely group photograph here. There's the handsome Morris I mentioned earlier on, Dad, Simon with his leopard skin print, Mum, me, and then Simon again looking mighty ready for mucking around, me lying on a lilo reading a book. Nothing's much changed over the years, I guess. Down onto the mighty Tolkien beach itself, and we have Sally, Auntie Anne, Clarkie as she was affectionately known, and Mum with glorious bathing hats on. What a laugh we had. Anyway, these days Tolkien Beach very much changed. It's now a holiday complex. You can go and stay in an apartment down there, and the beach huts are no longer what they once were. They certainly aren't rickety anymore. They've probably got bloody Wi-Fi. Well, one thing that hasn't changed about Tolkien Beach are these. So, end of a hot day on the beach, laden down with all your kit, your surfboard, your bellyboard, etc. You have these bloody steps to go up. And mind you, given my recent experiences on the SWCP, this is a dog. But when I was a kid, they were exhausting. I'm sure even more so for Mum and Dad. Well, there you go, everybody. There's my little revisit to Tolkien Beach. Hope it's given you some lovely memories. Certainly has me. And Tolkien Beach, legendary place. I could not resist walking down Edgecombe Avenue to, it's still here. I'm so pleased. The Elliott Hotel. Good God. It looks pretty much the same, to be honest. 50 years on. So that's it, Elliot Hotel, colour TV in all rooms. All en suite. Not sure if it was then, can't remember. Must have been. So there you go. Elliot Hotel, there's the rather underwhelming front door, has to be said. But wow, that's it. I think those rooms up there where Jill and Nick were, which Simon used to go and interrupt them every time they wanted to have some special time together. What memories? Magic. Well, I left my memories of the Elliot Hotel behind and posing there in 2008 with Simon. Walked through the town, pleased to see that Newquay is on the up after some difficult years. This is the spot back in the day where the hewer, the pilchard spotter, would call out a hewing cry to the town and to the fishing community to let them know a big shoal of money was swimming around out in the bay. We love seeing this. And that, walking fans, is the end of our Newquay day. We start again here tomorrow, but just approaching, right behind me, Towan Head. A headland I looked at many times on the holidays I've been talking about rather a lot today. Now that was a great day of walking for me. The weather had clouded over just a little bit, but the ever-present sea breeze, the one that was there when I was a child on childhood holidays with my mum and dad and my brother, Simon, it's still here now. So my song for the day could only ever be the marvellous summer breeze covered by the Isley brothers sometime in the 1970s. I'll bet you're humming it right now.